Well, you mentioned Frodo.
Yeah, and again, he does the part well, but it's like I said, I don't. He it almost feels like he gets whinier. It's almost like how people accuse Hayden Christensen in the prequel series. Like he just gets whiny. I kind of feel that way with Frodo a little bit. Like he just kind of gets whinier from like first movie to second movie, the third movie a little bit, and it's his way of portraying the struggle he's going through. But it almost feels like he gets more and more useless, even though he's the one carrying this big burden. Like especially if you don't know anything going into him, it's like wow, he's kind of doing nothing while everyone is like holding him up on this pedestal. If you've read the books, it makes more sense, I guess. And even if you've seen the first and second movie, like if you watch the second one by itself without watching the first or third one, you're very much going to look at this like, I don't like this character. Why is he in there? But
Okay. Yeah, it's hard for me in some cases. I know when it comes to like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, for example, it's hard for me not to see these kind of similarities between certain aspects of it, like Frodo and Harry.
yep,
Like it's like Harry, like I shouldn't say Harry. So Frodo in this movie is like Harry in the fourth and fifth book slash movie of Harry Potter, right? Like that, and then you know the first one obviously is more like earlier, but and there's just certain aspects of it, like there's it follows that Joseph Campbell hero's journey kind of thing where it's you have you know the elder, the wise person,
stage person that guides them. Yep,
yep, like the Gandalf, the Dumbledore, and you're on
Kenobi,
this
all that
journey,
stuff.
this quest to stop this evil entity, and it's so I it'd be just I'm sure there's videos out there talking about the comparisons and whatnot, how similar they are. But
Oh,
it
I'm sure.
just I couldn't help but get Harry Potter vibes from Frodo in this movie.
hmm there was another character too. I was thinking, I got a lot of vibes from him too. That now I'm blanking on the movie. But it's almost like a trope because the main character doesn't feel like the main character, but this movie does a very good job of making everyone from the Fellowship a main character.
Yes.
I mean, heck, even watching like to a certain extent, like even Arwen or like Faramir, like some of these characters felt like main characters for their parts in these things. It does such a great job of making each character that they're focusing on feel like a main character in this movie that you don't know who the main character is.
Yeah. It's about the collective, it's an ensemble basically, and not so much one main character and supporting characters. You know.
I guess if I'm now I think about it, there is one nitpick with Faramir. If they were going to go with the arc where he should have taken the ring, once he discovers that Frodo has the ring, they keep letting him wear it after they found out he has it.
Right.
So like when they transfer him from the caves to not Minas Tirith, the other Gondor city. Once you find out he has the literal weapon of the enemy, and you still think he's potentially a spy for the enemy, I would not let him have the weapon of the enemy.
I
It,
agree with that.
just from a practicality standpoint, it doesn't make sense that they would let Frodo hold on to it still. Like maybe not have Faramir grab it, maybe have someone else grab it, and then maybe have a little drama with that guy not wanting to let it go, or things like that. And maybe that would help show Faramir that this ring actually is truly corrupting. Because from what they show in the movies, all Faramir has to go off is the fact that they're telling him that this ring is a burden, that this ring is evil. We can't let anyone else hold on to it because it will drive them mad. Well, he's staring at a person who's not quite mad yet, and he doesn't know Gollum had it at one time. Based on the
Right.
conversations they show, it doesn't make sense that he let them hold on to it after he found out they had it.
Yeah. And now that you say that, that does kind of make sense. I do agree with that.